Welcome back. Thank you for joining me again. My name is Renee, and this is Highly Motivated, a channel where we check out different things that I find interesting, and hopefully you will too. Today, we've got a good one. We have some crazy conspiracy videos that are going to make you question everything. But before we get into it, please do me a favor, subscribe to my channel, and like this video. Without further ado, let's get into these clips. It's Hollywood masks. All right, I'll bite. Let's go.
Now, I'm sure you guys heard of celebrities and politicians wearing masks.
Yes.
Now, the only thing I'm going to say about this topic is they are only going to show you what they want to show you. They will never reveal the technologies that they have, but they kind of give you a glimpse in the movies.
Yes,
this
they do.
video is a couple years old, but you could only imagine what they can do now.
Oh, wow. That's a catfish. Some of those are so realistic. Okay, so I know a lot of people think that we have the capability to clone, and then we also have these masks, and then also the possibility that they could be robots. I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. All right, part 3 of terrifying list of weird and unexplained things happening all around the world. All right.
Bright green beams of light and an unexplained spiral were spotted in the skies right over Hawaii.
Oh, wow.
There have also been numerous reports of seeing Dementor-like objects in the sky in various locations across the world. Birds have also been going crazy trying to get into people's homes for days straight. What the hell is going on?
That is crazy. You know, I have been noticing birds have been flying like across my vehicle a lot more frequently than they ever have, and the animals have been acting a little bit different. They're a little less afraid of me. I don't know. Have any of you guys noticed any differences in the animals around? All right. Next video. Oh, the ice wall. There we go. Do you guys believe in the ice wall? I mean, there it is. Do you think we've been lied to about the shape of our Earth? I do believe that we have a firmament. Stay tuned, because I am going to be doing a video about the firmament and what Enoch said that it was what the world was. And it just so happens that the UN, their logo, is the flat earth model. I mean, not to be a conspiracy theorist, but... wild. And I do find it a little funny that Admiral Byrd went to Antarctica, and then immediately after that they had a treaty between 40 nations, I think, or something like that. 42, I don't remember the number, but every single nation decided that we are not allowed in Antarctica. And these countries can't really agree on much, but they could agree on that. So it begs, it means to tell me that there are things that they don't want us seeing. Maybe it's more land, more resources, whatever it is, they want to keep it to themselves. And right after that treaty was when NASA was developed. And NASA, we know, means deceive in Hebrew. So that's pretty interesting. Let's move on to the next video.
This VR headset kills you if you die in the game. Palmer Luckey, co-founder of Oculus, has created an innovative and extremely deadly combination of virtual reality with the real world. A VR headset that will literally kill you if you die in the game. He states that pumped-up graphics might make a game look real, but only the threat of serious consequences can make a game feel real. To you, the headsets in Sword Art Online is called Nerve Gear and has 3 explosive charges embedded in it. Positioned directly atop the user's forehead and connected to a narrow band photo sensor designed to detect a particular shade of red. When an integrated game over screen appears, the color will flash and the charges will fire, destroying the brain. It is important to mention that the headset isn't a real product. It's something more like a thought experiment made into cosplay, but just imagine that it was sold sometime in the future.
Oh, wow. You gotta be a sick son of a bee to even think of something like that. My gosh. No way. All right, did this man time travel?
Did this man time travel? Mike Markham was a reclusive inventor fixated on the concept of time travel. He spent years in his workshop working on various machines and gadgets, all in the hopes of creating a device that could transport him through different eras. Despite his obsession, his work drew significant attention from the public, who viewed him as a genius and a madman all at once. One day, while conducting an intense experiment, Mike accidentally triggered a citywide blackout, further igniting interest in his work. He began receiving anonymous donations to support his project, and when asked what he would take with him, he answered, "My cell phone." But in 1997, Mike and his workshop disappeared without a trace, leaving his friends and colleagues baffled. It wasn't until much later that a news story from the 1930s surfaced, reporting the discovery of an unidentified body in a metal tube on a California beach. The only item found with the body was a cell phone from the 1990s, leading some to speculate that he had succeeded in his quest for time travel, only to meet a tragic end. The mystery of his disappearance remains unsolved. Follow for more. Did this man time travel?
Do you think that he time traveled? Do you think it's possible? I think if it was possible that his body obviously couldn't withstand the trip and maybe he made it there, but he made it there dead. I don't know, it reminds me of the Philadelphia experiment. Have any of you guys heard of that? Where they disappeared an entire naval ship, and when it reappeared, the bodies of the soldiers or Navy men, the sailors, were literally like fused into the ship, and most were dead. And let me know if you've ever heard of that. That's a crazy, crazy story.
You know what? At this point, there have been way too many mistakes. I demand that somebody gets fired. The public is not supposed to see this.
What? Mm-hmm.
False alarm, people. False alarm, false alarm. It's all good, it's all good. There's only one sun and one moon. They come up at different times of the day and night. False alarm. Oh shit. Oh shit, somebody need to get fired.
Wow. What do you think that was? I've never seen anything like that in the sky. Definitely not.
What was Iraq actually hiding? There is a theory that the U.S. stayed in Iraq for over a decade after it was liberated, not because of oil, but something way more powerful. Well, you see, in the 1920s, a British explorer discovered what was rumored to be the oldest known stargate in the world, located at what is known today as the Great Ziggurat. However, in the 1980s, Saddam Hussein fortified the ancient complex in an attempt to keep out explorers from seeing what was hidden inside, or at least that was the official statement. Furthermore, strange ancient technology has been seen coming out of the Great Ziggurat, rumored to have come through the Stargate from an ancient civilization now living on the hidden planet Nibiru, with many people in recent times coming forward claiming to have been involved in classified programs in Iraq where Stargate technology was.
See, they always tell you a little bit of truth and then they like throw you off into the weeds, because I definitely believe that they were in Iraq for reasons that they didn't tell us. Like, we all suspected it was because of the drugs and the oil and that, but Gilgamesh was, I think his tomb was there, and they wanted the DNA from that tomb as well, because they told Gilgamesh that he was going to be immortal, and so it'd be really funny if they were going to try to take his DNA and reconstitute him today. Another thing is that Ziggurat could very well be the leftovers of the Tower of Babylon, because that was actually a ziggurat, and who's to say that that technology wasn't there? I mean, Satan is the prince of the air, and the internet and television waves and radio waves, those are all through the air, so of course he's in control of that.
What I deal with, I actually
Katy Perry, John Benet Ramsey.
I want to say to people that I can't say through my mouth, I guess. It's just easier that way.
And the song. Wow. The resemblance is uncanny. And her family, I believe, was Mormon, and they were in the upper echelons of the Mormon religion, and they are said to be highly satanic. And she was all over she was in tabloids, she was in magazines, she was on TV, and it would make sense that some pervert wanted her, and her family sold her into sexual slavery as a child, and then as a repayment she gets to be famous and perpetuate. If that's this, I mean, I couldn't write a better script, really. The real calendar, why did they change it when this one works better? The calendar has been changed. Let's hear what this man has to say.
Listen closely. Of your life every year. We're supposed to have 13 months of 28 days exactly, plus 1 day that represents the renewal. I mean, girls' periods are every 28 days. The ocean tides are every 28 days. The moon's cycle is every 28 days.
A woman's period.
Why do you think it's called a month?
Days.
Because the original name was derived from the moon's cycle, which was called a moonth, every 28 days. And I'm sure you've heard of the idea that we live on the back of some cosmic turtle floating in outer space. And that's because turtles actually keep a calendar of this on their back. Most turtles have 13 sections in the middle with 28 days around the rim. The Native Americans figured it out and used the turtle as a calendar. The Bible even says in Job 12, 7 through 10, that all creation knows that God made them. But why has the world recorded God's perfect calendar? And where did the 13th month go? Well, what does sept mean? September, sept is 7, October, oct is 8.
8. Yeah, wow. And then November, Nov is 9, and December, DEC deck is 10. But why would November be the 11th month and December be the 12th month? There's no other reason except for confusion. And who is the author of confusion? The devil. And the entire purpose of changing the calendars and the way we keep time was for one reason and one reason only: to keep us from recognizing the season which Jesus was going to be returning. Because we were not going to know the day or the hour, but we will be able to tell the season by the signs that have been given to us via the Bible.
You conspiracy theorists are wild. Y'all really think the moon landing was a setup? I mean, you can literally see the oblate spheroid right there.
Sarcasm is thick.
Why would NASA lie to us? They only get like $30 million a day. And really, y'all are scared of microwaves and cell phones? I mean, come on now. You really need a tinfoil hat. And how about reptilians? Y'all think these things rule the earth from under the ground and deep underground military bases? Is that really what you think? I would really like to see some proof for that. And don't even get me started on the fact that y'all literally think the whole upper class and elites are some Luciferianist. Really? Get a grip and come back to Earth. Really? Wait a minute, y'all think it's flat, right? The only people in the world that ever think it's flat. You know we can easily see the curve at like 70 or 80,000 foot, right?
Check it out. Check
We're
out that
literally
curve.
going 66,600 miles per hour, you guys. It's really common sense. You guys are some lunatics, so you really should start listening to the scientist. And from now on, just get your sources from the news like everyone else. That way you don't stray. You can trust me. Whoops.
Oh, I love him.
You conspiracy theory.
How true is that, though? You know what? Everyone, just keep your head in the sand. Don't pay attention. Everything is fine here. No, it's not fine.
Shit ain't no conspiracy.
We are the only civilization to have any technology. Is just, I mean, it's like when things entropy, but we are just, we're just getting so much better and smarter. And I mean, they literally had the infrastructure from an aerial photo looks like a motherboard. The way that like ancient Greece was built, like they had energy on a grand scale. And If they had that, who's to say that they didn't have quantum computing on a grand scale, AI on a grand scale? It's said that the pyramids were power plants, and the reason why Egypt fell when they took the gold capstone was because it could no longer conduct the chi energy into the pyramid. I mean, I don't know how true that is, but if you look at what they're built out of and the stories, it is a logical conclusion to come to. And it is a logical conclusion to think that they were built and helped built by giants, and possibly sound waves and frequencies, because those can also lift matter. Well, that's all for today. Those are all the clips I've got. I want to thank you guys for coming back and checking out my videos. And until next time, stay highly motivated.